What is good, y'all? Back with the Patriots. Here is Coach Cooper. As we have an exciting day set to be planned for you guys, man. We have a long stretch of games here and our first ever bye week. The bye week of the season. As we have the Bills, our bye, Bills again, and then the Dolphins. So in terms of the next couple games, pretty, manageable wins should be coming up here. We should be able to see some good success here in the next couple of games, hopefully. And to lead the way through that success, we have a receiver breakout opportunity here coming into the game to go ahead and see who we need to focus on. If I had to guess, it's probably the rookie Josh Parks. He's had a great season. Noah Gray, 3 catches and 75 yards. I mean, that's fine. I actually was excited because I really thought it was going to be a receiver that needed it, not my tight end. So I really could care less if Noah Gray gets an upgrade. Honestly, if I'm really thinking about it, how old is Noah Gray? I guess it might still be a good thing if he's still young. Is he? 26, I guess isn't terrible, but already at a 70 overall. Yeah, I was really hoping to go ahead and get that for Parks, who actually is not being affected by negative morale right now. One of the very few people that isn't, so thank goodness. 77 overall, which is great to see. Polk at an 81, 82 up here. So we have a lot of good, really young receivers. So this core really could grow into its own. But I'm glad I was really hoping to get him up to like a superstar there. That would have been really nice. But we're going to focus in then not as much on that. My plan was to actually, if it was Parks, was still going to be the focus mainly on offense throughout this entire game. Now that I know that it's not, we'll watch a couple of drives here and there, but probably get through these next couple of games here pretty quick. If they're blowouts and stuff like that. If they're close wins, and of course we'll stay with them. Kind of a little stat update here, as the team is going. Drake made over 2,000 yards on the season now, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. This isn't terrible, 70% completion percentage. Warren still at 4 yards a carry here, 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Parks leads the way in yards, almost 200 more over the next best. 665 yards, 5 touchdowns off 38 catches. Hopkins 47 for 460 and 4 touchdowns, and then Polk behind him at 435. So very good, strong seasons there from the top of the list. And if we go look at our defense here, 59 tackles leading the way by Kyle, 8 sacks there for Chase Young leading the way. Even though I talk about how he don't be getting pressure, 8 sacks though is pretty good. And then 5 interceptions alone for Jonathan Jones. I think getting 10 interceptions as a squad. Yeah, they were able to go ahead and take care of it. I think it was only corners though. I don't think it was just DB. So right now we're at 8 as a cornerback room. If we get to 10, I'm gonna be so mad that I chose the other goal.
For me to look better, but that'll help my team. That is into the hands of Coleman downfield. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
See, this is the problem with our team. I can't even come into the video and get in a little intro first, and we are already giving up a big touchdown to Keon. What kind of tackle angle was that? Supposed to be leading the team in tackles, and you look pretty pathetic on that play.
By a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
All right, let me go ahead and get in and say something this time before the play start, before something else bad happened. We'll be watching a little bit of the game here today. As I can already tell, y'all just get omens of whether your team's going to do good or bad off of the first couple minutes. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm going to enjoy this game too much. So to protect my blood pressure after we throw a swing route behind the line of scrimmage, we might not see much of this game here, but what we will see is hopefully they'll put on a decent show through the box as we go to, I was not playing. We were going to come up here and just go through the next quarter. Looks like we weren't able to put up any points there to finish out the rest of that first. Let's go ahead and take things into the half. As Buffalo puts up 3, we answer right back with 3 of our own before they get another touchdown in there. So we're going into the half down still, 17-3. Are we able to do anything? That was the question. We get the ball at half. So let's go ahead and jump in. You know, we haven't seen, obviously, barely any of these games since we went 3 and out too quickly. Let's go ahead and just see if we can put together some offense here today. We've been held pretty farly down. And I'm trying to find, what kind of scheme works for us here. Like, what focuses should we go into the game with? Throwing medium, throwing short. What I've been going with recently is to throw medium because it gives me, throwing short has faster pocket regeneration. We already barely have pass protection as it is, so that's the last thing that I'm trying to do here. So I'm thinking by going with throw medium, we'll at least get a little bit better pass block. Only problem with that is we still don't. So 3rd and 5 here after we get tackled for a very minimal gain, and that throw was just well out of the hands of anybody. And it's another 3 and out. And more big plays to come from Buffalo as they're already up in their red zone. Get another big play here. And it's not even close here this time. Like, at least with the Jets game, we were somewhat close to winning both. Like, we weren't getting blown out like we are here today. So don't look at me because I couldn't tell you what's going on here today. I don't know if it's our team. I don't know if it's them. But something ain't working here today. 24-3 as we are down here, handing it off to the outside. Still trying to run the ball. But, I mean, hey, if we're going to have that kind of success, I'll take it. As it stands right now, we haven't had too many successful plays. It looks like here today. 1st and 10 out of the pistol. We're going to go triple option here. And terrible read by Drake May. I've never seen a situation where you have 2 dudes in your face and you just take it yourself. No diddy. Instead of just passing it off. Throw goes out there. At least this time around, it's going to be caught by Hunter Henry. It's just another thing. How am I supposed to get Noah Gray a big game when he's not even the starter? He was just only in from an injury. And we've only thrown for 95 yards today after having a game where we threw for 300 recently. Going into the 4th, the Bills add on another field goal, so it's 27-3 now. As they've looked good all game at the very least. We've just kind of, I would guess, throwing dink and dunks all game. Has nobody been getting open down the field? What? Let me see if I can see what's going on with these routes. Somebody drop back, pocket look good. We're going short again and just hitting Hunter Henry like 55 times. I didn't notice them having like a good secondary, but here today they look pretty elite to me. As that's another throw and catch to Hunter Henry. He's got to have at least like 10 receptions, I would think, today, because that's his 5th one that I've seen. We go 1st and 10 here. At least we're moving the ball, so I guess I can't really be that mad. Getting a ball out finally to a receiver. Great juke move there. That's Javon Baker. Making a play happen and work for us. He's out there pretty effectively here. I'm seeing Hopkins, Polk, and don't tell me my rookie Josh Parks got hurt. Maybe that's why we're doing so bad here. So we're going to throw this one out of a sack. I think we actually had somebody open down the field if he just held on to it. Yeah, look at that. They literally have one of the worst pass defenses in the league, yet we aren't able to do anything. Shifting out and motioning. Instead of putting the receiver out in the slot, we're going to go with the halfback. Interesting take there. Throw will go out wide open though on the curl. It's actually, no, that's Parks right there. It's Polk curtain. Maybe I was seeing 81 and not 83. No, 83 right there. What formation are we in that Javon Baker's in? And maybe it reorganized my depth chart. I'm going to have to go check that out. Throw goes out there as we're able to go to get Hunter Henry with another catch. And from that screen, it looked like they have the worst defense in the league. Not even just worst pass defense. So I really could not tell y'all what is going on here today. Drop back. Throw goes out over the middle of the field. That's DeAndre Hopkins again, wide open. I think if we throw that a little easier, we might be able to just cut that up and go into the crib. So going back to our 2-back formation here with our receiver in the backfield, motioning yet again to the pistol. And for whatever reason, we're still letting it be DeAndre Hopkins stay in the backfield. Should be a little bit more AI awareness on that as Polk is able to go and catch this and drag his way forward. Okay, yeah, it must just be a certain formation that has Baker in over them, or just rearrange my depth chart. He's like the #1 slot receiver or something. 2nd and 2 here. We're going to go hand this one off to Jalen Warren, getting a gain of 1. We're getting 2 yards. And the rush defense here is about middle of the pack, and they've been playing phenomenal. Every part of their team is just playing great today. They might just be on. Warren looks like he's tired as his helmet is bobbing up and down like he's bobbing for apples, so we're not going to go to him. Hopefully here, throw goes out, and there goes a touchdown pass finally. Wait, you didn't get in? How you missed that up and don't get in the end zone, I will never know. Let's go ahead and just finish this off then with that run. Jalen Warren, thank you. At least we leaving here with something. That was a terrible. Oh my goodness, Josh Allen, 309, 3 touchdowns. It's just our pass defense just gets worse and worse, and I honestly don't even know. Like, this is really a completely different team from last year with better. We upgraded our pass rush and got worse, and pass deep, and got a better corner to help out, and got worse in pass defense. It doesn't make sense. 309 here, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 164 here for Drake May. I don't know if it's the defensive play calling. I mean, we did switch up our defensive play book, so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe Houston's defensive scheme just isn't built to stop the pass, or isn't like the play calling just isn't there. Henry 7 for 64 here today. I think we saw all those catches. Baker's 5 for 62 as he got on the field. A lot of times here today. Parks only 1 catch, 1 target, and maybe that might have something to do with why we did so bad here today. Only 1 interception here from the squad, from Gonzalez getting another one in, and no pressure at all. He's getting some upgrades after the game, though. And he did good with his time on the field. We're just going to go ahead and playmaker upgrade. We know that's going to give us the best results possible. So 77 overall there, +1 to his deep, +2 to his medium route running, which we definitely need to keep it boosting those up for us. So I guess our receivers can get open, because maybe that's part of the problem as well. Devon Diablo here on the outside. We're going to upgrade your... Let's go upgrade pass coverage here. I think that we've been slacking with the most. +5 man, +1 zone. I'll take it. It's up to 64 zone coverage, 60 man coverage. So I'll gladly take that any day of the week. Tough games happen, but build on it and move on. I know I'm capable of more than what I showed, but you are the backup tight end. It's good. I can't wait to get on the field again. I don't know when that's going to happen, gang. I'm not going to lie to you. But at this point, I really think it could be just like a playbook thing, because we have literally played such worse pass defense this year. Where are our numbers at? Why is it not showing me my numbers? I guess maybe I gotta like go forward a week. Hold on. All right, here we go. All our numbers. 30th in the league in points per game, 23rd in passing yards, 28th in rushing yards, 12th in points per game, 27th in passing defense, or passing yards per game, 28th in rushing yards per game. We're just an all-around bad team. Like, everything we rank in is bottom third except for points given up. So we're at least able to stop them from that. And I think it's just because of our turnovers. But everything about this team is just bad. Everything. Like, from every statistical stat shows that we are a terrible team. And I really couldn't understand why, just looking at the roster as a whole. I mean, we have no 90s. The highest we have is 86 overall. I mean, that's also due to some negative morale, but I mean, we're not terrible in a lot of these spots. I mean, I guess a lot of these are pretty low. An offensive line is, I mean, of course the losses don't help. You know, they don't help the negative morale boost, but I mean, defense looks like they're fine. Defense is completely unaffected by any of this stuff. Yeah, we look like more of a defensive team, and we're still struggling on that side of the ball. So I think it's time for, it's a bye week, time to make changes. I think it's time to do a scheme change here as far as playbooks go. We're still going to be a 46 defense, I feel like. Well, even the 46 defense, I feel like is it the thing that we're the best in? We can do a 3-4, but I don't want to do 3-4. Base 4-3 with 87%. Features 8 players in the box. I'll go 4-3. Let's go base 4-3. Let's go with somebody else's playbook, though. All right, we're going to switch things up and go Cleveland defense here. Just because I really want to see how this changes up here for us. So Cleveland defense running the 4-3. We also have a 46 in here, a nickel, dime, dollar, all that type of stuff. But let's see if maybe this is a little bit better of a defense to run. And as it is with all bye weeks, it's a great time to go ahead and take a little break and look at our scouting here. We're early stages of rebuild, so of course we're going to be heavily relying on this draft class. So I want to go through a couple of quick high targets that we had here at some of our major positions. First off, we have here Zach DeConte at tight end, round 1 and 2 projection, 21 years old at 6'6", 236 pounds. Hopefully we'll have to see what that speed looked like. But A, catching, B, catching traffic, A, on his short route running and spec catch. So he's going to be a good short target for us, which is what our tight end does a lot of. So that's why I was really happy to get somebody like him. And then also a couple of day 3 options here for us that I wanted to look at. Johnny Huff being one of them, as he has that A short route running, but also we know his medium route running is at A. He's got A to C catching, and he's got A run block. So now he's going to be able to run the short and medium stuff We're going to be able to block too as well. So I think that's a good option. Right behind them, Trey Miller, both on the tall end, 6'4" and 6'5", both A on their run blocking. Now here, not as polished on the short route running, and then the medium, probably going to be a C, but at least a B on his deep route running, A on his ability to catch the ball, and B on his catching traffic. So still a lot to be desired from these guys. These are just day 3 options in case we're not able to get one here in the first 2 rounds. If it doesn't make sense to get one in the first or second by going and picking up Zach DeCounty, we'll have to see how the tight end board falls. And then over here at center, you know, we're looking for a new starter, which is surprising. I'm not looking up here at number 1, Cal Robinson, but I mean, he does have B pass block, at least that we know, and then B run block. So it might be a solid option here to probably add him to the board with those. But I just wanted to go with the more for sure stuff here, like Gavin Williams here. A run block, which is already better. A finesse run block power, or run block finesse with a B to D range on the pass blocking. So I have him on there as a late run option. We also have here LaMichael Morant. B on his pass block finesse, B on his pass blocking. Behind him, Jose Batista, who's got an A in both categories and is a pass protector. Y'all have seen we've really been struggling on that passing line. So 21 years old too as well, a little bit younger than Cal Robinson, but I think I actually will go ahead and add Cal Robinson to this list too as well with that B in both areas. As soon as we get some more percentage though, 30% here. Hopefully we get that up to around 50 or more. Give him maybe like a special workout or something to get him up to 100 to see if he could be worth that first round pick. At DT, we have 2 round 1 to 2 options here as well. You know, if we wanted to go this route defensively in the first round instead and pick up those centers later in the draft, we got 2 first round options here. You know, B on their block share for both of them, but Gabe Flynn will actually come with B finesse moves at least, and A play rec with A tackling for both of them. So he'll actually be able to come in as a run stopper with some finesse moves to at least get to the passer, which would be great for us. 306, 6'3", not really like a nose tackle kind of weights. So he should still be able to move a little bit there with that. And then obviously too as well, I do have Daniel Hayward. Where's he at down here at round the 3 to 4 option? A on his finesse move, B on his block shed too as well. So he'll be able to stop the run, but also be an excellent pass rush option for us. So I mean, we could double up here at defense tackle. Maybe get one in round 1 and round 3. Who knows? Get somebody that can stop the run, get somebody to come in and stop the pass on our pass down sets. I like that idea a lot. And then last but not least, we got outside linebackers. Even though I'm looking more at middle linebacker, we have some guys here on the outside that were actually pretty impressive here. Niles Barker being one of them with a B zone coverage. I mean, that's all we kind of know about him, but it was the highest out of all of the left outside linebackers here. So I had to go at least put him on the board so he can get more than that 40%. And then here, Brian Coleman, I thought was interesting as a pass coverage left outside linebacker, day 3 option, but B man coverage, which zone normally comes in either equal to or slightly better than. So I mean, if that comes in as a B2 as well, B pursuit, you know, B awareness could come in as a solid player here for us as a pass coverage outside linebacker that we can move into the middle. And then didn't get any middle linebackers that I really like, but here on the right outside linebacker side, we do have a couple of options here up at the top of the board. Brian Barkley, where did he go? Brian Barkley, where are you? Thought he'd be up here because he's a round 1 option. There he goes. Okay, he's just a little bit lower on the board. I just sort by projection, but A tackling, A power moves, which I actually kind of like there though. So this is more so like if I want to get him and move him to like right end possibly, or just have him as one of our rushing edge rushers. Going into the quarterback with A power move, find somebody that doesn't do finesse would be nice to have on the team. And then actually some guys that do a little bit of pass coverage here for us, as we have a solid Felix Patterson here with B man coverage as a run stopper. Tells me that the zone and man are going to be pretty high for somebody that's not even going to be their archetype. So it could be a pretty balanced outside linebacker in terms of stopping the run, stopping the pass. Then of course above him, Dwayne Hood, who obviously is a pass coverage outside linebacker, A pursuit, B play rec, but this A to C, I got to see what these kind of come in as. Are they going to be B's? Are they going to be A's? Being a pass coverage outside linebacker, we'll have to see. Only 232 too as well, so it should be pretty fast. Hopefully, when he comes into this to the combine and to the pro day. And after looking at some of our draft picks, of course, we got to go ahead and move over here to re-signs. And one of the first things I want to make sure that we go ahead and do, of course, would be start with re-signing the people that are at least key pieces in my eyes. And one of those people here is actually a defensive tackle, Bobby Brown III, 25 years old, 73 overall. I know we could possibly look at doubling up at this position, but I know for sure, I mean, Marlon is going to be a signing that we do if I have the money left over to do. And then Eric Johnson here is somebody that I know for sure I will be letting go. So I'm going to go ahead and withdraw that offer now. Now, as far as Bobby Brown, though, the third, he does have interest in coming back at least a little bit here. He wants to historic championships, which we have in a scheme fit. He just wanted some mentor at his position, which we kind of don't have at the moment. But as a young player, right now we have him listed as a trade target. I don't see me using that unless our defensive tackles come in and be amazing. But a 1 year, about $6 million deal. Let's go ahead and give him that neutral offer, see what happens. And we got him back. What I think could be another crucial signing here for us is middle linebackers. Since we're not seeing too many in the draft, Ivan Pace has very good stats. You see Juwan Bentley over there listed above him, but 5 years older, only 3 overall point difference. So he can easily catch that back up here very quickly. So I think a nice, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm not even mad at like a 5-year deal here. Get him up to age 29, really lock him in, because I think this could be a key centerpiece of our defense if we can go ahead and develop him right. I even might make him one of our focus players to really start to work on that overall getting up a little bit better. So let's see if he's willing to do a 5-year deal at the same kind of hit there. So $13 million total deal here, $29.5 million on the cap hit. He's got great interest in coming back, and go ahead and welcome Ivan Pace back to the center of our defense. Also go ahead and try to bring back Marcus Jones here since he has the interest in coming back. I'm gonna see if we can maybe lower this a little bit. Doesn't even, I mean, it gives us a little bit more money. Let's just see if we lower it just a little bit. 1-year deal. Go ahead and get him back really easy. And also here with a little bit of interest for us, I'm going to go down a little bit and give him an extra year here. Zach Evans is halfback 3. Go ahead and secure that and keep our running back room strong. I'll return if you come back with a better salary. All right, so I have to keep that in mind. We went 3 years and we kind of lowered it down a little bit there for us. So we'll try that again. But everybody else is kind of basically going to be up to money. Like Jonathan Jones, we have the cap space to fit him in. Same thing with Juwan Bentley. Do I want to bring him back in? Do a sign and trade possibly? That could actually be in the works there to clear up some financial room. We have obviously Tyquan Thornton here, who actually I think could end up seeing him let go too as well. Sione Itaki possibly be let go. We already talked about Marlon Jameis. I went ahead and said, yeah, no, we'll fight for him in free agency again and get a lower offer. Okafor, I don't know if I want to bring him back. Obviously, we got somebody way younger anyway, but just his depth. Eric Johnson. So these are some other thoughts that we're going to have. And obviously, too, I want to make sure I sign both of these 2 guys back, but they're on their options. So we'll have to see what that kind of looks like when we get into the time of the accept options. Am I going to be able to have the cap space to accept both? I came over here to see why we had so little money. Why am I paying my right tackle $21 million to give up a whole bunch of sacks? He's getting 21. Chase Young's getting 21.3. Christian Barrymel's getting 16. Doug's at 15. Hopkins is at 14. Especially after the season that we're having with our receivers, I might look to make this a trade away, which also can save us like $14 million in cap space if we go ahead and do that for sure. But then 10, okay. And then some cap hits for next. You see, my right tackle is really making $25 million next season. Now, obviously, we need it. He's the best offensive lineman we have, but he's still giving up a whole bunch of sacks too. So I mean, I need you to play better to earn that $21 million, my boy. And I want to start working on our trees. We have 82 skill points here to use. So do I want to go tight? I want to go this way just for the receiver game, but I feel like they're getting pretty good gains anyway. Let's go offensive lines where we've been struggling at. So I'm going to go ahead and put 20 here for that, which locks the other side. I can get that. And then we have to, I guess, get all 3. And then we'll get centers too down here at the bottom. So if I put 20 into that, 20 into this, that'll help out at least the offensive line partially. And I want to hit on the defense too as well. So is it linebackers or the D line? I think I'm going to go, because we're going to have some linebackers, or we're going to have some defensive line coming in. But we might also have less outside linebackers coming in. Where should I spend these points? And of course, I got to get this one though. This will help cornerbacks off rip. Do I want to go middle linebackers or defensive tackles? We're about to draft one we know for sure here. And of course, I mean, that would help these guys to get better. I'm going to go this way because we know we're going to get a defensive tackle here soon. Let's go ahead and go this side so our defensive tackle can come in and be good. Only 2 points left. And I'm waiting to do like the coordinator stuff to see if I even keep these coordinators on the roster here. But at least we have the quarterback guru and kind of using that to help us to our advantage here with the young quarterback. There we go. Went in and got Zach Evans back. All I did was raise it from 1.8 million to 2 million. On that contract, kept that signing bonus at $800K and kept it at 3 years. So he's happily signed back with the squad too as well. And everybody else we will kind of handle as we get into the offseason. Now, we have our game here against the Bills after the embarrassing loss last time. I think we're going to go ahead and take this to the box score for sure. We have Tennessee coming up after. They are 3-7. Miami is 3-7. We might be able to get through a couple weeks here, actually. I mean, this Bills one might be the last one against a tough opponent, but we're actually starting to slip out too as well. So, Tennessee's an out of division opponent. Let's go ahead and get through the Bills and Miami week. And let's just watch the Tennessee game. This one's a heartbreaking one, y'all. 38-35. We somehow blow this one late. 430 yards of offense. That's great. I mean, 296 through the air, 134 on the ground. Looks like we had a great day offensively. Just defense let us down today. I mean, obviously giving 38 points, giving over 400 yards to this Buffalo team. Looks like turnovers we actually did good on. We didn't turn the ball over at all. Red zone though, only 2 for 3. Well, they went 6 for 6. Goodness. Defense was just letting them get in the end zone, almost 40 minutes of time of possession. Drake made 296 and 4 touchdowns. That's a beautiful game, actually. For him, 64% completion percentage with Josh Allen, completing a lot of his passes. 296, 2 touchdowns of his own, no interceptions. Warren, 10 for 93 in the touchdown. We didn't really get a chance to run the ball too much as Drake made 7 for 41, but Allen rushed in for 2 of his own. Ray Davis rushed in for 1. So the running game was also popping there for them. And if you just look here at receiving stats, Polk 5 for 108 and a touchdown. Back in that number 1 role there, Baker 1 for 70 and a touchdown too. Actually had a big time play there for us. Parks 4 catches, but 2 of them for touchdowns. Not big on the yardage today. We were without our starting left guard, but I see that no sacks were given up too as well. We put Okafor in to start at left guard here for us today. I don't think that lost us the game at all. The offense played great. It's just defensively we were not getting anything. Like no interceptions, no sacks. I mean, barely any TFLs. So we left the game with 5 of them. Only 5 tackles for losses. So I don't know what we're gonna do to fix this defense, but we need to figure it out. All right, so let's talk about our opponent's weaknesses. The weakness is the fact that they beat us. I asked you all to watch film and analyze their defense. So we're starting with the offense today. What did you see? We can run on their defense. Okay, so Jaylen Warren thinks we can run the ball. Good. Any player specifically? Let's see what they're trying to run on. Left end 1 and DT 1. They couldn't even say my man's name there though. It couldn't auto-generate that. Right. So how should we attack that? Obviously run off the left side and get to the second level. How do we measure success today? Let's see. Jaylen Warren rushing for 120. I say just score 2 touchdowns. We get the ball in the red zone and score at least 2 rushing touchdowns on them. I mean, Jaylen, I'm ready to see it, bro. I need you to see you go off then, 2 rushing touchdowns. I mean, we have a goal, which gives us a reason to watch, I guess, this Dolphins game here. I'm sure we'll probably see them at the end of the season to end the year off for us, though. So we're going to go ahead and go right past them because I do want to see at least, Tennessee. Where are they at right now? 3-8. I mean, I guess this would be a much better game to watch. We're going to see the Dolphins to end the year, like I said. So, I mean, I guess we could see. I mean, we have a reason to watch today. Yeah, let's get in this game. Let's watch Miami. We're gonna go ahead and see what we can do against here the Miami Dolphins squad. So there were a couple people here that I was looking at as far as scouting focuses. I think I primarily want to go here and look at the DTs. Is there somebody? Oh, I mean, we got them already almost to 75%, so we probably get these guys pretty close to done. I got all the information I need here as far as those finesse power moves and block shots. So I'll definitely come back and relook at those. Let's see. What about? I mean, we can come to these positions, middle linebacker. I mean, there's nobody I'm looking for in the first round. Is the only problem with that. Is there anybody here? Or if I know one piece of information, it would help. Possibly Allen Hayward here is a first round pick. Could possibly be interesting. Let me go look at offensive line. See, we only got them at 40%. See, we see as B's there. Maybe like Dylan Batch here. Let me see if I could select him. Without center around 1 to 2 here with Cal Robinson. I mean, we know some of his stuff, most important stuff, but I think it would be great if we can get at least these to know what like the ranges are at the very least. So let's get him looked at too as well. Left guard, nobody has a first round option there either. Tight end. I mean, who is this? I don't think he was here before, was he? Yeah, no, because I think these two are on top. Ben Sable. I normally look by percentage scout, so I think that's why. We don't know none of his abilities, but I mean, if he's a top tier tight end, maybe we could look at going up to something like that. I mean, we have pretty much mostly everything I need here. Nothing that would like, extremely separate them out other than like speed. A medium running, B deep, B catching here is around 3 to 4 talent here with Glenn Phillips. I mean, there's always chances in the offseason too. We'll have a chance to get 3 more private workouts in. So let me just double check here on the DTs. They're basically all done. We're not looking outside linebacker. There's no middle linebackers in the first round. Yeah, let's go and see everything we can get about here. Ben 6'4". Let's see what we can learn about this man. 40%, we should be able to get that up a little bit more. So that's our 3 guys there. We're going to go with Ben Saban at tight end. At center, we're going to go with, hopefully it stayed. Wasn't it Cal Robinson? And then right guard. Hopefully it stayed. It said I have 3 players chosen. So, okay. Let me make sure I got the right people. Make sure I got the right people picked here. Who did I, was it here? Yeah. So Dalton Batch. I think it'll actually show it if I just hit confirm, actually. Oh my goodness, Dalton Batch is the only one selected. So, okay, so if I do it right now, nobody selected? Dalton Batch. I wish they would really fix this. Like, it should not be that hard to, choose people. Because now it's saying I'm only doing 1 person at a time. So do I have to like, let me see if I can do, I'm gonna see if I can find them on the big board, and I'll let y'all see here at the end if it works. There we go. Yeah, I gotta pick it from the big position. So I guess you can only look at the top 50, but tight end Ben Saban, center Cal Robinson, and right guard Dalton Batch. Top 3 super focuses. And since we don't have too many things to actually celebrate about, before we jump into the game here, Drake May, shout out to the player of the week here for week 12. 16 for 25, 296 for a touchdown, 7 carries, 41 yards. Was able to be enough to get it for the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So now we've had AFC Offensive and Defensive going back to the 8th. At least we got a couple of awards coming in. A snowy game should be playing right into our favor. Miami has not seen snow that much, so we should be good to go. And how are we in the same division? Who let this happen? Just a state like Miami having to come up to New England and Buffalo and New York 2 times. Basically, at 6 games of your year, you playing in some freezing cold weather. That is tough. Like, they should have they really should probably look at rearranging these divisions around. I think it'd be pretty interesting and pretty fun. But we know they're going to do that anytime soon. Just like we're not going to go in and give up this rock anytime soon, hopefully, as that is Hunter Henry with another catch and grab there. Now, remember, the goal today is to try to get Jaylen Warren 2 rushing touchdowns. So we'll have to see if we're able to go in and complete that. So bigger focus on the offense today and bigger emphasis on them. Here's we're going to go get our first handoff of the day out to the outside as he gets cracked. But yeah, this season obviously hasn't gone the way we thought it would. We're now down to 4-6-1 on the year, but still plenty of time to get 7 wins on the year and still finish out kind of around that 7-win mark. We'd have to go, what, 7-9-1? I think that's how the way it would work out now, 7-9-1. So, I mean, there's still plenty of time, obviously, to go in and get up to 7 wins. It's going to take some work, but we have some lower tier opponents here coming up. Miami here right now, Tennessee the game after. We just got to play strong. Play like we did in the first 3 games of the season where we looked like we'd actually be a competitor. Not really say the first quarter of the season, because, I mean, even that Saints game, we still showed a strong team. But ever since then, it's kind of been laid down and been a little bit weaker here. That was almost a beautiful throw. I see what you were trying to do. Josh Parks had a little bit of room there, but it just got tipped away. So we'll have 2nd and 10 here on the outside of the red zone. Here we're going to go with an I formation play action pass here. Throw goes deep down the field. 1-on-1 corner. Wait, did he get it? He's in the end zone. Jalen Polk in the back corner of the end zone is able to get his feet down. I couldn't tell because of the snow if he was able to be safely in. Let's look at the replay here. Throw deep. It's just 1-on-1 coverage. He tries to go inside and swat it away. That's Jalen Ramsey on him. Catching it against one of the best corners of the games. I'll take it. Although we'll be offensively focused, though, we're going to get a little bit of look at the defense, right? Because apparently, y'all been the problem this year. Last year was the offense and the defense was playing great. This year, it seems to be vice versa. So we'll see what they're on today, as it looks like Miami already showing that snow might be getting to them. Right off the hands of your running back. Off the first pass of the game, facing off here against Tua. And his high-powered offense is going to go right with the run here. Juking to the outside, and that's plenty of run room there. He's going to go up the sideline, up to the 50, and finally gets knocked out of bounds. Cannot see who that was that got him, though. I think that was Tabahi. I think he was able to go to get over there. Look at that. And he's all on the left side of the field, coming all the way to the right side and making that play on that run. As you can see, the Jukes are going to be here and out for them as they get to the outside yet again. And I think that they had the same kind of player meeting. They said that they can run all over us, too. Let's make a couple more plays here, defense, if y'all don't mind. So they found the run is going to work here after the pass is not working. Great block set up for the middle again, and he's into the 2nd level. I can't help but think this might have something to do with the play focus that we went on. They recommended us to go with the watch for the deep pass, which if I known it was snowing, I probably wouldn't have did there. Tua's going to get to the outside. Can we get there? We won't be able to chase him down, but he'll slide short of the marker. But one of the negatives it said for watching out for the deep pass was, unfortunately, linebacker and outside linebacker and regular middle linebacker run support. So we'll have to hope that doesn't become a bigger issue as the game goes on. Pocket closing down, and they're able to go ahead and almost get to him as that's Chase Young forcing the throw away out of bounds. 3rd and 7 now for Miami. Just inside the red zone, so it should be an easy field goal if they need to, though. So we're going to go ahead and motion across. Chase Young does not look like he's on the field here at the moment. Rushing out of the passer, and we're going to get there for the sack. That is a gang of people there up on the play there. I think I saw 99. I think I saw 96. Like, I don't. Keon White should have been back there. I think maybe. Let's see. Keon White's right there. 96. I don't know who 96 is. Eric Johnson the second. What is he even doing on the field? He's my 4th defensive tackle. How did he get down there? I don't know how he made his way onto the field, but now at least we get to see, I guess, if this kick is going to be good or not. From about 45, it's in there. Back on offense now, though, after only giving up 3 points, we look good first drive here. Rolling out of the pocket left, coming back right. I guess maybe he saw no open receiver, so he thought about coming back way too quickly. Didn't look like he was in a rush of like being sacked or anything like that. So I didn't think he needed to come back quite that quick. Now that time would have been nice to get out of the pocket, but he wanted to stay right there and go ahead and take the sack there in the backfield. Just that quickly, 2 negative plays equals 3rd and 16. So we're going to have to go empty here and make something happen here. Pressure is coming through, and that offensive line is booty. That's Trey Sutton, too. He's supposed to be my best pass blocker. I need to just let him straight through. We'll be jumping back down onto the offense, though, to see what they're doing as we get a play. I guess that's roughing the passer, possibly. They go down and score a touchdown with ease. But we're going to stay up here in the booth just for a little bit, at least until we get to the red zone to see if we can rush this in or not. And, of course, 3 straight incomplete passes. Another penalty on the defense. Y'all are just giving them up plays. I think we were able to go ahead and stop them for a punt. And then quickly, there goes the incomplete passes again. Okay. Interception at the 15. So we're close to scoring. We're in the red zone. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Down 10-7. Can we go ahead and score this one for us, though? Handoff will go to the outside. Warren's making a man miss. And I thought we said we were going to run to the left, y'all. Y'all running not only into the boundary, but completely opposite. I wish the team meetings would have effect. Like, the AI would also, like, pick plays to go along with the scenario that they just had me play out and pick answers for. Because, obviously, I'm not jumping in and playing. We're watching. So you'd think the AI would have some play calling tactics to go along with that. But no, siree. 3rd and 8 here after the 2 run plays absolutely do nothing for us here. So they're going to send a blitz from the outside. Throw go quickly to the outside. And we have a wide open Josh Parks. Able to make the play and get us there for the first down. We're at 1st and goal now. This is a great scenario set up to go ahead and score. You just got to get 2 yards for me here. Going under center. Handoff. Going to the left side. And he gets stopped up and loses a yard actually. Looks like they're trying to test, said their run defense is not that weak here. We had a team meeting about the absolute wrong thing as we still can't score here. Trying to go with the trap play. That didn't work. So now we're going to go to the shotgun. Since we can't run it in, let's try to pass it in. 4 wide. Hunter Henry to the top of the screen. Looks like they got the block set up and you can't even throw simple slants. I saw 3 people open. Alvin Kamara, 45-yard touchdown. He joins the Miami Dolphins now, I guess. Giving them a lead here going into the half. And then they get an interception too and go ahead and score another touchdown. Oh my gosh. And we're actually out here late in the game because we actually have not even crossed the 50-yard line since that play. Our offense has not crossed the 50. You can see there's a minute left in this game. We didn't cross the 50-yard line through the whole second half, basically. Didn't even touch the second half. Didn't even touch their half of the field the whole second half. This team is trash. Now, I will admit, I did not pull my playbook in here again, so that maybe had a little bit to do with it, but only 9 first downs today, 154 yards of total offense. We didn't move the ball at all. Didn't do anything with it. 3 for 9 on third down conversions. I got to work on my third down conversion plays because they're just not working. And I think it's mostly got to do with the offensive line, though. He's not getting time to do the pass plays that I put in there. And a lot of the third downs we're in aren't third and short. So you don't have really much chance to run the ball. You see 57% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Tua dropped in 4 touchdown passes, 9 for 15 on a team that we were supposed to be able to run on. Jalen Waller had 2 touchdown catches for himself. Parks led the way for 552, but everybody else was kind of mediocre. And then defensively, I mean, I can't even fault y'all for this one. At least y'all got back there, got some pressure. And Gonzalez, shout out to the interception, though. And upgrade here for Yvonne Pace Jr. Getting himself another upgrade. He's at 70 zone coverage, which is kind of low. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade his pass coverage ability here. Just so we can get a little bit of zone. +2 man, +2 zone. I'll take that up to a 78 on this field general too as well. And I think I'm actually going to, I mean, it's obviously a lost season here. And I have plans to let him be the long-term starter. So also too, before we go to get into that storyline here, I am going to make a roster move. And I'm going to actually make him our starting middle linebacker to finish out the season. I mean, he's really close in overall already. Has very similar stats in a lot of areas. Actually tackles better. His just awareness is lower. But he's going to go ahead and be the starting middle linebacker here to the end of the season. Wish we could have put up this win this week. Same here. I should have done a better job against that run. D, my fault. Just need to go out there and execute better next time. Good idea, though. My fault. But if you ever text me, if I'm ever the head coach and you text me some my fault after the game, you might be cut. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you might wake up with your code not working to the facility the very next day. Y'all, I don't know what happened. We did so good to start the year off, and now we lose to even the Titans, 31-30. Almost 400 yards on the ground again. I don't know if it's the fact that we switched to a 4-3. Maybe we're just not equipped for a 4-3. I really couldn't tell you what's going on. 263, 2 touchdowns through the air for Levis. Shout out to Drake May for 4 touchdowns. Great game by you with Spears. 62 and Pollard 57, both a touchdown on the ground. So obviously the run defense now isn't even doing anything. So we might have to have a complete defensive overhaul here to start the next year, because that is just not acceptable. Shout out to Parks, Henry, Warren, and Pope for catching touchdown passes. I'm proud of y'all, but yeah, we might just have to change up some things on this defense, because it's clearly not working. I mean, just look at the year. No losses through the first 4 weeks. I mean, that's why, we have a tie in here, but no losses through the first 4 weeks. And then since then, we have only had 1 win. We are 0 for our last 5, 1 for our last 9. And it's been a mix. Like here, you say 10, 2 possession game, kind of close, blowout, lost by 3. Finally get a dub. 1 possession game, 2 possession game. And then 1 possession, blowout, 1 possession. It just can't be helped. And we have to finish the year with the Commanders, Browns, Panthers, and Dolphins. The Commanders are a good team at 7-4. The Panthers are not exactly sure what their record is here. Carolina, they're 5-8, which I guess gives us a little bit of hope. Miami just beat us, so I can't count that game out. So I mean, we're looking at a team that we could be picking top 5 again. We look at the standings here. We just go reverse order. Right now, we are, where are we at? Yeah, there's the Saints. Oh, so we already passed. Oh, there we go. 27. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are picking 6 in the draft again. So another high draft pick for us. 4-8-1 isn't even an improvement off last year, because last year we at least got 4 wins. So I mean, yeah, we have a long way to go before this team gets fixed. And this time around, I think it's the defense. I changed up the playbook mid-season, but I think our defensive coordinator needs to get fired. And we need to hire a new one, start over at that spot, and really continue to build up this 4-3, because the way it's looking right now, it's just not working. I hope we might end up having to change to a 3-4. I'll try the 4-3 for 1 more year. Obviously, we're going to finish up this year with it. But yeah, I mean, obviously the season is kind of washed here at this point. I mean, there's no hopes of any kind of playoff contention at the ranked 13 in the division. If you look at the playoff picture, it's kind of getting more and more set here for us. On the AFC side, we have the Jags, Jets, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, Raiders, Bengals. NFC side, we have the Lions, 49ers, Cowboys, Bucks, Eagles, Bears, and Commanders. So we're about to play a playoff team right now. That'll obviously hold no weight. So in terms of like what we'll basically be doing to end the season, it might just be, kind of seeing if any of these games are interesting in the fourth quarter, getting into them, but simulating to the fourth quarter, see if any of them get interesting, and basically we'll finish out the rest of the season in the next episode, prepare for another off season already. So not the season I was hoping to have. I don't even think we've shown really too much improvement. As you can see, like last year's record, we were 4-13. So I guess the only thing is that we won't have 13 losses this year. That's at least guaranteed. So I guess you could say that's a plus, but got definitely some more room to go ahead and do. We were the second worst team last year, or third worst team last year, because we ended up picking third in the draft. So I guess slightly better in our draft position, but we'll go ahead and try for another high draft pick. Try to make this team better in the next episode, man. So if you guys are enjoying though, send some luck my way, please. Hit the like button for one prayer for this team. And comment down below what you guys are thinking of the series, man. We'll be back out with more of the Patriots rebuild. I promise we're going to get this team better, though. I'm going to make sure that this team is elite here soon. Just got a couple more key pieces that we need to get. Mainly on that defensive side. Let some of our younger guys grow just a little bit longer. And we'll be right. So I'll catch you guys in the next episode, man. It's me, your boy SGG, aka the King Game, aka Coach Cooper. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Later.